Hello, welcome to Veritas. I'm your host, Adam Colazetti, and I'm here to guide you on a meditative adventure like no other. Join me and lose yourself in your imagination as we travel the outer reaches of the cosmos, quest for powerful talismans, and explore the inner realm of your subconscious. What might you find along the way? But be warned, fair traveler, this path is not for the faint of heart. On this path, of one thing I am certain, dragons be here. Are you ready? So how we're going to begin is you're going to sit comfortably, however that means to you. Could be legs crossed, could be sitting in a chair, whatever it is, sit somewhere comfortably that you feel relaxed and comfortable. And you're going to close your eyes and you're going to take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in, count to 4. Deep breath out, count to 4. And each time you exhale, you're going to try and relax your body a little bit further. So you're going to inhale, pause, exhale. Pause. So as you're doing this and you're relaxing, it's in those pauses between breaths where we're going to go. That is where your creativity meets your imagination, meets your subconscious. So let's see what awaits you in the spaces between breaths. You reach out and take the seed. It is entirely black and seems so small and delicate. Yet as you roll it through your fingers, it catches the light and you realize it is hard, like diamond. What on earth could grow from this? I guess it's a good thing you're not on Earth. Still, strange. Everything on this world is so colorful, and yet this seed is the exact opposite. But the most colorful things can come from something like this. Well, the only thing to do with a seed is plant it. But where? The garden is beautiful, but crowded. You need space where it can take root and thrive. You decide to explore. The white crystal pathway seems like the place to start, but after not very long you realize it may not be helpful. The pathway loops and winds in seemingly random directions, often doubling back on itself or even crossing itself, and overall lacks any sort of symmetry or general purpose. Perhaps this tells you of the people that built it. You decide to venture off the path and walk among the flowers. The fragrance is wonderful. In fact, the smell of the flowers in the garden is as vivid as the colors themselves. All the while, you absently roll the seed in the palm of your hand. The walk is pleasant, and you feel almost relaxed until 2 things happen precisely at the same moment. First, the creature you saw earlier runs across right in front of you, and second, the sky explodes with thunder. The ground grows dark with shadow as the sky clouds over, and it immediately begins to rain. It would seem storms are dark no matter where you go. The creature pauses for a moment and looks at you, as if to ask, what are you waiting for? You don't need to be asked twice. Your feet leave squelching noises as you slosh through the now muddy ground. The rain comes down harder. The creature darts left and right as you struggle to keep it in your vision. It's getting hard to see with all the rain. At one point you lose it completely, only to hear it pop out of a bush behind you. Lightning flashes and lights up the garden, giving you a moment to find the creature and head in that direction. Much like the path, you seem to be following a nonsensical compass. You can't keep this up forever. You'll need shelter soon. On and on you move. Your clothes and hair are soaked. The lightning is bright and frequent, and the thunder is loud and powerful. For now, the seed is forgotten as you attempt to find your way. You long since abandon stepping carefully and burst through a series of branches and brambles that scratch your arms and your face, and just as you emerge, the lightning flashes. And the creature stands before you perfectly still. Its eyes shine in the dark as thunder crashes overhead. Then it is gone. You walk forward and take stock of where you are. It is a small clearing and there is a giant tree in the center. It is larger than any of the trees you've seen before, and that is saying something. In this light, it looks dark and ominous, yet it is still something majestic about it, powerful even. You find solace under its branches, although the sound of the rain on the leaves is nearly as loud as the thunder. You hesitate just in front of the great trunk. The hairs on your neck stand on end as you reach out, and you pause for just a moment before touching it. There is a flash of lightning just as you touch it, and then a great boom of thunder, and for a moment you are somewhere else. You are standing at the bottom of the staircase, and there is something waiting for you at the top. Something powerful. You lift your foot to step forward, but then something burns your hand. With a gasp, you are back at the tree, and staring down at your hand, you see the seed has burnt its shape into your palm. Whatever is at work here, it wants something from you. You glance down at the ground. Here, this is the spot. You crouch down and dig a small hole with your hands. The ground is wet and mud oozes between your fingers. With one last glance at the seed, you place it delicately in the hole and cover it up and quickly stand, expecting something miraculous. But nothing happens. Lightning flashes. Thunder roars. What are you missing? You look back at the tree. It seems to hum with power that calls to you. You kneel down and wipe water and mud from your eyes. Without taking your eyes from the spot where you planted the seed, you reach your hand behind you and touch the tree. Your senses come alive. It's like you can see every single raindrop and hear every single one hitting the ground and the leaves above you. Your eyes go blurry as you feel lightheaded, but with one last stitch of effort, you reach your other hand down and bury it in the ground, wrapping your hand around the seed like a claw. You feel the dirt ooze between your fingers, and then your world explodes. A bolt of lightning strikes the tree just as you wrap your hand around the seed. Pure energy shoots down your arm and into the seed, and suddenly you are no longer a person. Instead, you are the seed. Roots explode out and grow down into the earth, branching again and again. All the while, you are aware of every single root winding its way down into the ground. Up and down, left to right. It is everywhere and nowhere, and you see now. This is the path. This is all the paths. But these are not just paths. More and more energy blazes through your body into the ground as your eyes turn back in your head. Each and every root is not a root, but a future. You see branches of possible futures. This choice and that choice branching again and again and again. You see them all. You see love and hope at the same time as despair and destruction. You see dreams come true and dreams end. You see joy and sadness in gardens and flowers and storms. You see water and earth and fire and air, and as your mind expands, you see fate woven together. And there, at the end of the branches that make it, you see a staircase. But you cannot see the top, nor can you see past it. In some branches you find it, in others you don't, but that is not as important as how each branch ignites a different flame inside you. You feel everything and nothing all at once. It is too much to take for one person, but it feels so good. You should let go, but you don't want to. Outward, your entire body begins to glow and your hair singes. Steam begins to rise off you. Make your choice. Follow the branches back to their source. Find your way home. Home. This thought brings you back to yourself, and you find yourself back with the seed, back to your body. With a gasp, you relinquish your grasp, and just like that, the rain stops. Steam still rises from all parts of you, giving you a somewhat demonic look. You stare at your hands. They are filthy. You are filthy. Even now, as the memories fade, you have trouble focusing on a single reality. You open your palm. The seed sits there quietly. You feed it one last reality, and it glows blue and then fades. Your world shifts. The tree fades away. You are back at the garden. The chest is there before you. You take a deep breath. This time, when the chest opens, there are 2 items remaining. You make your choice. Welcome to Veritas. We're here to talk about truth. Whose truth? Well, hopefully your truth. This is the Twin Dragons series. I'm very excited to have Katelyn Bullock here with me. If you missed the last couple of episodes, go check it out. There's gardens and aliens and dreams and staircases and all sorts of crazy stuff. So check that out. We had a chest. We made a choice. We chose the seed. So before we get into it, let's have some fun with straw cards.
Ooh, I get to draw another one. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Zuka, you gonna help me?
Yeah, we got a puppy.
Which one?
No.
No. Did you get one? No, not that one. No.
Okay.
All right. This one. Yes, this is the one.
Okay. All right. Look at that. Look at a swan. Okay. I'm sure we will hear why you were laughing in a moment. So what is, first before I get there, what is so funny about the swan?
It reminds me of Ken. When Ken drew the swan,
the swan.
and we did the meditation with Ken. It was with his big wings.
Okay, all right. Here we go. So soul, love, and beauty, right?
Yes.
Swan is also a bird of the threshold. It represents that part of us which can travel into other worlds.
Ooh.
Interesting. How fitting.
How fitting.
Right? So other worlds, you picked the seed.
I did pick the seed.
Right? You had a choice between a paintbrush, a seed, and a music box. So tell me about the seed.
The seed, like why I picked it? It was interesting. I almost picked the paintbrush, but the seed, like, I don't know, there's something that just resonates very deeply with me with like growth in nature and like planting something to, I don't know, see where it goes.
Okay.
The potential there is just so huge. I mean, there's potential in all of them, but the seed just really pulled me. Yeah, that's why.
I love, my favorite scene is when you plant the seed and it's raining and there's lightning and it's like stressful and there's pressure and
Yes.
right, it's dark and you know, it's just, you're very much in this fight or flight state of mind. And then of course you touch this tree that seems to be some sort of powerful, but you jam your hand into the ground and then right?
Yes.
So anyway, tell me about that. What were you feeling?
Cold.
Cold.
Because of all the rain, I was cold. No, for me, like that explosion of like now I am the tree, the roots and everything and all of the pathways. To me, that was very powerful. Like a lot of times when I meditate, I like ground myself through roots in my imagination. It's like this pulling yourself to the earth, but it's also the potential of reaching out to everything as well. And I liked that. Seeing all the pathways. And I think you and I talked about this a while ago, is like that ability to see all the infinite pathways, but then as soon as you pick one branch, the rest go away, right? And then there's another 1,000 different opportunities on that one branch. And as soon as you pick another branch, the rest go away. And so like following through that and seeing all the opportunities in the universe come to the path that you want. Right? And at each moment, there's an infinite sub-branches, and you pick one, and they all go away, right? And so I love that imagery, and I was like kind of dancing through the different paths and hopefully reaching that staircase.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I love the idea of like your mind even like splitting into two, and you're like imagining 2 and then 4 and then 8. Like how much, if you're thinking about this, like how, you know, how many times can you split your mind and
right, over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and to see it all. And like we talk about this in like in work and in Zen, when like I try to look at different strategic options that I don't actually think. I clear my mind, and then it's like all these iterations of possibilities, like thousands of possibilities go, and then I just kind of see the right one, and I'm like, that's the answer, right? And it's almost like this, instead of trying to follow every path, just seeing it in all of its, like it's almost like zooming out and seeing it all and then going, there it is, right?
It's like that idea of, because eventually you need to come home, right?
Yes.
This idea that like, yeah, you can see all this, but you can't stay there.
No, you can't. You can't stay there.
Right?
Yeah.
So, okay, you found your way home. The seed has returned you to back to the chest.
To the garden.
You have passed the test, seemingly.
Well, I'm still here,
Yeah,
so
right?
that's called a win.
So, okay, you got 2 items left. You got a paintbrush and a music box.
Paintbrush.
Paintbrush, all the way. Okay.
Yes.
All right, paintbrush it is.
All right.
And yeah, if you are watching, you don't have to watch in the order that Katelyn chooses.
But you should.
So anyway, let's go find out.
Let's do it.
Join me each week as a new chapter unfolds. What worlds will we explore next? What gods and monsters will we find? What part of yourself will awaken? Only one way to find out.